my beautiful little bigots. I've been reading the comment section, and you're all a pack of bigots. I mean, I can't believe it. So you're getting leftist cabbage today. I am a leftist, and I have to say, I'm disgusted in the comment section. The vile hatred in those comments is absolutely disgusting. Not on my watch. Now, as I say, we're going to go deep today, folks, but not as deep as Leo in a car park at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So if there's going to be any of this right-wing bigotry in the comment section, this will be reported to HQ. Leo will see this, and you will be reported. And under the new laws, you are spending 20 years in the gulag, right? Now, as leftist cabbages here today, I will be identifying as a woman. So if anybody misgenders me in the comment section, you will be reported straight to the guard. And just know the gulag's coming in, and I will be the enforcer of that gulag. So we'll have a stacked show for you today. I've left a poll in the live chat. Tell me, are you going to be voting yes, or are you going to be voting no? Just the comedy to one side just for a little minute. Please vote no, right? Please vote no. If anybody is actually celebrating Mother's Day, right? How can you celebrate Mother's Day if you're going to vote yes? Think about it. Use your scone. You can't go to, well, what did you get me for Mother's Day? Well, it took you out of the Constitution. How about that, Mum? Is that all right? Do you know what I mean? So if you're going to celebrate Mother's Day, if you have a mother in your life, there's a lot of people that don't have their mums in their life. Maybe you've got your granny, maybe your mum's not, maybe you're celebrating with your dad, maybe your dad's the person in your life, right? Vote, please vote no. Don't be voting yes. What realistically, what whack job is going to vote yes? Unless you're an old granny that watches the propaganda show all day, or you're a far left whack job that's got gold subscription in Disney Plus. They're the type of people that are going to be voting yes, but you're not that type of person. Don't fence it. You have to be voting no. Come on now. Right now, that's far right cabbage. Now I'm back to far left cabbage. So who we've got in the house? We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Steady Eddie. You're a bigot, Eddie. An absolute bigot. I've been seeing you in the comment sections. Not on my watch. When the gulag comes in, you're getting all the years, kiddo. All the years. Who else have we got? We've got Kamikaze in the house. Fantastic. Tell me, do you like the new intro? And vote in the poll that I've left in the live chat. So I've got that poll in the live chat. I want to gauge the people that are, where people are at, because I do have an inkling that I've got some far leftists that watch me. They're called lurkers. They watch me, but they never comment. And I think I know who they are. It's that geezer. People before Prophet, fella from Swords, the one who attacked me. The one with the glasses. He's actually running as a local candidate. I've got a feeling that he watches me. So I want you to vote too, and just know you've got leftist cabbage today. Leftist cabbage. So no bigotry, no nastiness. Hate speech laws have been activated. This is Leo Varadkar friendly, okay? So what have we got for you today? Let's get into it. Right, so we've got the man, the myth, the legend, and he is going absolutely berserk in the Dail. And this is Varadkar waves goodbye to McDonald as she's asked to leave the house. Now, this is whack job versus whack job. I have to be honest with you. These are my people. This is leftist cabbage you've got now. And this is whack job versus whack job. I've got no respect for your woman, McDonald. And I don't have, well, hold on. It's leftist cabbage. I've got all the respect for her. Communism is the way to go. Communism is the way to go. Okay? There's no other way. I don't even care about socialism or capitalism, capitalistic pig. No capitalistic pigs in this house. Communism is the way to go. Gulags are perfect. Everybody loves a gulag. Okay? We've got Kamikaze. I'll remember that. We've got Solway, the man, the myth, the legend. He's in the house. Leo the legend. And I'll tell you this. See, for all you Sigma males out there, see Varadkar. He is the true definition of a male. Do you know how I know that? You ever see Leo in action at 4 a.m. in a car park? It takes a real man to do that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So let's get into the show, or maybe I'll read one more. I've got Tucker's thing. I'm going to review it today. Tucker Carlson mentions Ireland is losing. Tucker Carlson mentions Ireland is losing its identity. Yes, 100%. Stephanie, 100% losing its identity. 100%. But good. I'm glad it's losing its identity. Not on my watch. I promote Africa emptying their prisons and their asylums into Ireland. That's a good thing. How dare we be bigoted and racist towards those fantastic, beautiful people? I want 8 Africans in my bed by the end of the night. 8. I will sleep on the floor and they can sleep in the bed with my wife. How about that? That's how much of a good person I am. How dare anybody come here and give off about Africa emptying their prisons and their asylums into Ireland? How dare anybody give off about the open border policy of Ireland and the possible human shipping ring that resides in Ireland? If you're coming in with them facts, you're a bigot. Not on my watch, kiddo. Not on my watch. How dare anybody come in here and start spouting facts like that? This is communism, folks. Facts don't matter. It's all about feelings. Leo Varadkar is the dictator, and we must abide by his rules. Wear a rainbow flag. Promote the alphabet people to your children. Drink soy lattes. Stop eating meat. Drive electric cars. Make 3 Facebook profiles. Stay away from gripped media. And I'm sure I'll think of other things too. If empty the prisons into Ireland, not just Africa, the Middle East, Russia, South America, we want them all. I will sleep on the streets as these people sleep in my house. I will live how they lived. What we done to those people with the color of our skin, what we done to those people is disgusting. And we should forever be ashamed of what we done. Reparations for everybody. Half your wages to the Africans. At the very least, 3/4. I want your children to live on beans. Beans. While the Africans eat steak. Okay? And it's okay for them to eat steak because we've done that to them. They deserve everything that we have. We have to be vegan. They are meat eaters. So let's get into it now. Go on, Leo, son. Get it out of here. Look at that for a man. Jesus. Sorry, I took the Lord's name in vain. I apologize. I'm really trying to stop doing that. Just on a side note, I actually am trying to, so I apologize for that there. But look at that for a man. Whoa, that's a man. Look at that. And getting all hot and flustered here. Beautiful. Beautiful. What a beautiful man. Get rid of the Constitution. We'll make a new one. The Varadkar Constitution. I say burn the Constitution. Let's get a Varadkar Constitution in here where it's just packed full of diversity. Diversity is the lifeblood of Ireland. She's absolutely beautiful, stunning and brave. Stunning and brave. Look at that for a woman. Stunning and brave, folks. Now, we're not going to be talking about Sinn Féin paramilitaries here. I promote the paramilitaries. Paramilitaries for the trans people. That's what we need. Instead of the bog standard green camouflage and black camouflage, we need pink and blue. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we can get that. We can get that. I can go with that. I can go with that. What do you think about that? Exactly. And I can speak about that sexually. And I know Leo could probably speak about that. What Leo was talking about there, when you go into the car park at 4 o'clock in the morning, people people don't compromise for you. I know. I've seen him about. I've seen Varadkar, and the window goes down, and he expects me to put the wiener out through the window instead of him coming into the window. He expects me to put my wiener out through the window. And I find that very bigoted. So I get what he's saying when it comes to about compromising. How dare that bigot Mary Lou even speak around my Varadkar? How dare she even speak around my Varadkar? How dare she? And as you know, I can't really pronounce McKay's. I keep calling them Gar at the end. It is what it is. If you say anything about it, I'm going to get you done under the hate speech laws for disabled people. Oh, it's constant. She's get her out. How dare she bring her beauty into the dial? How dare she bring that type of beauty? We need people of diverse looks. This woman's absolutely beautiful. Not on my watch. Did he just say Northern Ireland? Did Varadkar just say Northern Ireland? Right, right. Okay, Leo. Northern Ireland, you say? Not the North. If he says Northern Ireland one more time, I'm definitely not putting my wiener out through the window the next time we're in the car park. That's it. He's a Brit. Brits out, radical Sharia law in. If he says Northern Ireland one more time, he's definitely a Brit. I knew he was a covert loyalist. I knew it. I could see it in his eyes. His little beady eyes. His eyes are too close together. You can see it. You know them up here. The eyes are too close together. Nah, mate. The Shinner's way of negotiating, just a bit like the DUP, is like You don't agree with us, you're getting kneecapped. Simple as that. And rightly so. Rightly so. And with the new uniforms that I will be bringing in and be given to the Sinn Féin out of, I'll be buying them and giving it to them, it'll be pink and blue camouflage gear instead of the black and green. Shut your mouth! She keeps talking. Why is she talking? Get that bigotry off my channel. How dare you come out with facts like that? Bigot, KF, you're a bigot. KF's getting the bigot award for this evening. A bigot. We've got a bigot in the house. How dare he come in with facts like this? It's absolutely disgusting. I like. Do you understand? This is leftist cabbage. I do not like facts. It's all about feelings. Look at her. Ah, how dare she approach my Varadkar like that? How dare she come up to him like that? She should know. She's used to authoritarianism in the north here. See, that's she's a she's a nasty one, all right, isn't she? Totally unacceptable. Come on, Leo, get up, square up there, son. Just to let you know, my brother is fluent in Irish, and he's absolutely disgusted in me that I don't understand what they're saying. See, you Brits taking the Irish language away from me. I wasn't taught it in school. My brother had to learn Irish underground in a cave because of the Brits, and I don't know how to speak it. I don't even know what he's saying, and I'm disgusted in myself. I'm disgusted in myself. Right. So, a bit of reaction to that. How dare Mary Lou even approach him? I mean, I can't. Another thing too, Leo Varadkar's a covert Brit here. How dare he say Northern Ireland? It's the north. It's the north of Ireland. How dare that man come out here and say Northern Ireland? It's the north of Ireland, mate. You're a covert Brit. I knew it. He's probably working for not Reform UK, Britain First, Tommy Robinson. I guarantee Leo is best friends with Tommy Robinson. 100%. Loyalist. This geezer's a loyalist. I'm telling you, he's 100% a loyalist. Who says Northern Ireland? Do you know what I mean? Who comes out with stuff like Northern Ireland? It's the North, mate. And I will be getting Mary Lou and Sinn Féin the new camo gear, but it won't be it won't be black and green. It will be pink and blue because the civil rights now has to go away from actual civil rights. You remember the time where Irish people were persecuted against just because they were Irish? No, we're going to forget about that, and we're going to move away from actual persecution, and we're going to go into the realms of the persecution against people who identify as others, because that's the fight. What we need to do right now, we need to start a gulag I think I think we can turn the north into one massive gulag. We'll build a wall around it, a peaceful wall, not a Donald Trump wall, not a bigoted wall. We're going to paint it, green. We're going to paint it blue and pink. And anybody, once Ireland's unified, anybody that says anything bad or hurtful towards another protected characteristic will be put into the gulag. You're given bread and water once a day, and you're made to work. And your job is to make uh, uniforms for the federation. Okay, that's what. And then mandatory, doesn't matter what crime you commit. I don't care if you're a rapist, a speedo, a wronging. It doesn't make a difference. That will not be punishable by law. But if you do criticize the government and you do um, attack the protected characteristics, you will be going into the Northern Gulag. Okay. So I want you to know this is coming in. I support this. This is what I want. And you need to prepare yourselves for this. Okay. So what else we'll have here for you today? We've got a stacked show. We've got we've got a stacked show of beautiful people, and I'm hating the bigotry in the comment section. I can see it. I'm just seeing it there from the corner of my eye. Bigots, bigots everywhere. Who looks so away the bigot? This bigot here. This is the biggest bigot I've ever met in my life. Look how, and it should be empty, Stephanie. I'm glad it's empty. Fucking hell. Oh, jeez. Oh, sorry. I apologize. I'm actually generally, all comedy aside, I'm really trying to stop taking the Lord's name in vain. I'm really, because somebody pointed out to me in the comment section, and it's a thing that Irish people do. And if you think about it, it actually is really bad. I shouldn't do that. So I apologize. I am trying to get better. I'm trying not to do it. So let's see what else we've got here. Oh, yeah. Now, I think this is fantastic. I think this is absolutely fantastic what ITV and BBC in England is doing. They are including Speedos, and rightly so. In this new modern world that we're living in, why shouldn't Speedos be recognized as a sexuality? It should be. These people need help. Actually, they don't need help. They need to be accepted into society. And I do believe, I'll be taking this to Leo, that immediately Speedos should be a protected characteristic, 100%. And if I will be implementing that law above. If we have to take the milk from the children, then that's okay, as long as Speedos get resources and access. And listen, they should get jobs too. There's no reason why a Speedo can't work in a nursery. Just look at Tesla, idle car services. They're ahead of the curve, guys. We need to be listening to these people. 100%. 100%. Who's this northern prick speaking here? Go on, Leo, son. Get it out of here. Look at that for a man. Whoa. Go on, son. Definite cheap shot. How dare he even point out inconsistency in budget spending and spending money on yourself rather than giving it to the homeless people in the streets? Of course. How dare anybody come out with some type of rhetoric like that? That's absolutely disgusting. No, Leo, there should have been public money involved. What you should have done, Leo, is you should have went straight to the budget for the homeless and halved it straight away. Halved it. Actually, take all of it and give the other half to refugees, 100%, and take the other half and spend that directly on soy lattes. That's what you need to do here. Go on, Leo. That's it. Look at that, getting it out of you. That's it. Playing tit for tat politics. That's perfect. Brilliant. Excellent. Do him, Leo. Do him. And hopefully some Colombian marching powder too. I would like to see. We need to be seeing that. Some adrenabome. Maybe we'll get some adrenabome. We'll get some adrenabome in. Yes, I think that's probably we could spend a bit on the budget on adrenabome. That would be that would be good. Now, Leo, you're getting bigotry and getting bigot from you. You're going after the gypsy community. How dare you even bring up caravans? Not on my watch, Leo. We need to maybe take you back in for some re-education, kiddo.
Who operates his constituency office using public money from some sort of Republican company. So cheap shots, particularly coming from you, should be seen as what they are from the Irish people.
Your opening gambit just again explains how out of touch. I really thought somebody who in which the DPP is currently assessing whether they'll prosecute you under the Corruption Act, maybe you would be a bit more humble in relation to your response.
Deputy, I think that was another cheap shot and a very and 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 a very personal shot, and it says a lot about you. It says a lot about you.
Here, folks, have you just been listening to me screaming for the past 32 minutes? Because down here it had the volume cut off. Have I just been screaming at no voices for the past 32 minutes and nobody's told me? Seriously, have you heard? Please tell me in the comment section that because that was the volume was cut off.
And the nature and the character of kind of person you are. And it's particularly strange coming from you because you were prosecuted. You abused, mistreated a Garda Síochána. For that, you were prosecuted. You were found guilty. Yes, you got away without a conviction because of your age at the time, but you were actually prosecuted. You were arrested. That's what happened to you. And in your party.
Hold on, let me check that out to make sure that that was only happening for. How long was I doing that for? Let me just check this out here. Did nobody tell me in the comment section? You're just listening to me talk shit to myself. You think I've went through psychosis or something? Hold on. Sorry. So I have to stop it. I have to stop it. Like, so let me see. I have to make sure. Hold on. I'm just checking it here. How dare anybody come in here and start the alphabet girl think of stuff with our operations For fuck's sake, like. StreamYard! Jesus Christ. StreamYard. I can't believe. Are you serious here? Like, I put that setting as all audio on. StreamYard. I'm going to have to go back. No, I'm going to have to go back. Apologies about that.
Taoiseach, as you hosted a private dinner last night to celebrate Fine Gael's decade in power, the ESRI was finalising their report on energy poverty in this state as prices increase at the fastest rate in 40 years. So whilst you toasted
Who is this northerner like? Get the fuck out of here!
your own success in government last night, the reality is that many families out there are being pushed to the brinks. And let me tell you this, Taoiseach, the last thing they're thinking about is raising a glass to Fine Gael's success, because what they're worried about is how they can get to the end of the week. How they're worried about is how they will pay the bills at the end of the month or put food on their table for their children. So, Taoiseach, will you change course? Will the penny finally drop? Will you?
How dare this geezer even point out inconsistencies in the government? Like, what type of a person is this talking about starving people? All the money needs to go to the Leo Varadkar regime.
Wake up. Will you take action? Will you understand that people can't wait a further 4 months for you to bring forward a budget and then whatever time after for you to implement such a budget?
Deputy, just first of all, I think that was a cheap shot. I hosted a dinner last night to thank colleagues for their years of.
Of course it was a cheap shot. Go on, Leo! Get it out of here. Look at that for a man. Ooh. Getting all hot and flustered here, kid. Look at that. There's the Sigma coming out in him there.
Service, and there was no public money involved. You host dinners in America. You charge people $1,000 a plate to attend, and your party leader flies first class to get there. That's what you do in the middle of a cost of living crisis. And I believe she's about to announce another first class trip to Australia, which we should be undertaking in the next couple of weeks, where she'll be clinking champagne glasses with the Trinity.
And as I said, hopefully some Colombian marching powder. And as I said before, some Adronabome. Would like to see some Adronabome. Maybe Lady Gaga will make an appearance.
Alumni in Australia and meeting the Australian Business Association. So that's a cheap shot, particularly coming from a hypocritical party like yours, a party that receives donations from vagabonds who live in a caravan, a party that is...
Now, you see, as I said before, disgusting. Leo, we're going to have to take you back for some re-education. 100%, mate. Some re-education, because now you're being a bigot towards the travelling community. Disgusting.
Please.
One of the biggest landlords in the state. That
without interruption, please.
And a person who operates his constituency office using public money from some sort of Republican company. So cheap shots, particularly coming from you, should be seen as what they are from the Irish people.
Your opening gambit just again explains how out of touch your government is. And I really thought somebody who...
Get back to the north, you cunt, you. How dare you come in here and speak to him like that? Look at him standing there as if he's got authority in the Dáil. How dare he come in here with his accent?
In which the DPP is currently assessing whether they'll prosecute you under the Corruption Act. Maybe you would be a bit more humble in relation to your response.
Deputy, I think that was another cheap shot and a very and a very personal shot, and it says a lot about you. It says a lot about you and the nature and the character of kind of person you are, and it's particularly strange coming from you.
Go on, Leo, son. Get a look at that. He's gearing up there, isn't he? He's thinking in his wee head, I'm going to dismantle you here. You fool. Look at him. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to dismantle this fucker right now. How dare he point out inconsistencies in my government and government spending? I'm going to dismantle you, kid.
Because you were prosecuted.
Oh,
Mistreated mistreated a Garda Síochána,
Oh.
or that you were prosecuted. You were
Oh.
found guilty. Yes, you got away without a conviction because of your age at the time.
Go on, Leo.
You were actually prosecuted. You
Damn.
were arrested. That's what happened to you.
Damn.
And in your party, there are a huge number of
Go on,
convicted
Leo.
criminals in your party and in your wider Republican family, whether that
Oh, we just said the R word.
is tax dodgers like Slab Murphy, a good Republican, according to Mary Lou MacDonald, a good Republican, a tax dodger. People who are convicted.
Those tax dodgers. Do you know what? See, if it was me, there would be a 50% increase in tax. Taxation's the only way to go.
For murder.
Ooh.
We know what your party's attitude is to rape and pedophiles.
Oh, here, Leo, remember protected characteristics, kiddo. Protected characteristics. Do not go against the beautiful laws that you have brought in.
So your cheap shots say
Go on,
more
son.
about you than they do about me.
Get it out of here. Go on.
Now, the courts will decide, and they decided on you.
Oh, there's the authoritarianism coming out there. The courts will decide. The courts will decide. The courts will decide. I run the courts. I know everything in the courts. I know everybody in the courts. The courts will decide everything.
Decided on you. You were prosecuted. You were taken to court.
Don't. Deputy
Protected characteristics, Leo. Okay, if he's a criminal of some sort, then he's a protected characteristic. You've just went against your own hate speech laws. Leo.
Councillor Murphy, a little bit of respect now for your colleague.
A little bit of respect now, Leo. A little bit of respect, Leo. Leo. Right. I cannot believe I sat there for 32 minutes while nobody in the live chat told me that there was no volume on. And he's all basically allowed me to scream at a camera. Well, I suppose you didn't want to, offend me with the new hate speech laws, protect the characteristics. I could identify under the disability characteristic, and you'd be thinking to yourself, well, if I point out that he's talking to a screen here by himself and we can hear no volume on the other end, we could be committing a hate crime. So listen, these are learning. And I have to take a minute here just to embrace how the fact, I've changed the chat from the bigotry to now embracing the protected characteristics. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Fiona thought, if Fiona thought that I was just doing this, she thought this is how the show was ran, that there was no production whatsoever. And listen, you could be correct. You could be correct in the fact that there's no resources put into this whatsoever. And I just pay £10 for a StreamYard once a month. I don't even get the full professional package for £25, just the cheap one for £10. So, thank you for embracing me as a protected characteristic. Today, this is leftist cabbage. Today, I do identify as a woman, and I'm a protected characteristic, and I come under the bracket of the disability bracket. So, that's why I've been screaming at a screen for the past 32 minutes with no volume in the other ends. And thank you for not pointing that out. I appreciate that to all my supporters and my fans. And the diversity is brilliant, folks. And inclusivity, I can't even say it word. Inclusivity, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Brilliant. You're including me. We're embracing the Varadkar regime. We're embracing it. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. So what else have I got for you today? Maybe I'll just turn off the volume and I'll just scream at the screen. Okay? Because it seems like that's what you are happy with. You are happy with that. And anybody watching this back is going to think, what the fuck's going on here? So apologies about that. Oh, yes. Now, TED Talk that tries to normalize being a Speedo.
me tell you about Jonas.
Let me tell you about Jonas. So this is a TED talk where to give a bit of context. This is the TED talk where she's bringing the argument forward about normalizing being a hurryapist and a speedo, right? Now, I do believe that they got this woman in because I don't normally look at a woman and think you definitely look like a hurryapist or a speedo. But I got that feeling from her. It's the first time I've ever got that from a woman. Like the went for, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get a chick here that she's going to be a 7 out of 10. I don't want to speak any further because I don't know what age this person is. I'm assuming they're over 18.
Jonas is 19 years old. He studies law in Munich. In his spare time, he likes to play soccer. Jonas has a secret which he thinks he cannot share with anyone.
He's got a secret he cannot share with anyone. He likes them young.
Not even with his best friend or with his parents.
Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. We live in a world where a speedo can't even say, I'm a speedo. I reckon there should be a speedo awareness group in schools.
He's just too afraid of anger, rejection, and repulsion. Jonas knows that he has to suppress his sexual drive for his entire life.
Disgusting. Like the bigotry Jonas has to be around just because he's a speedo. I mean, what world do we live in? Imagine not being able to say, I'm a speedo.
He also knows that there will never be a loving and fulfilling partnership that he can enter. Because Jonas is a pedophile.
Jonas is a pedophile. Speedo, we call them here.
He's only attracted to female children between the ages of 6 and 12 years.
Let me just take a minute here to reflect on what I've just heard. Let me reflect on what I've just heard there. So as leftist cabbage is here, my heart breaks for Jonas. My heart breaks, and I can only imagine what Jonas is going through. How dare he be inside himself and not be able to come out fully as the great speedo he is? Look at the bigotry from Tony G. The bigotry. Bigotry. The bigotry is killing me.
But since he's aware of the consequences for the children, he has never given in to his sexual drive. What is pedophilia? And what is it not?
It's a beautiful expression of human life, isn't it? Being a speedo. It's a beautiful expression. And what I'll be proposing to the Varadkar regime is to allow these people to open up in society and get jobs in schools and have awareness. And we're going to have campaigns on the streets right outside the GPO. We're going to have banners and free speedos.
The ICD-10, the International Classification System for Illnesses, pedophilia is coded as the sexual preference for pre-adolescent children. It is listed under the sexual disorders. Whether the persistent occurrence of sexual thoughts and feelings for pre-adolescent children.
He's taking notes. I have to admit, that's actually me there. That's my arm. And he's taking notes. Fair play to him.
Children have been acted upon or not is not relevant to the diagnosis. Like every other sexual orientation, pedophilia can have different characteristics. For example, it can be heterosexual, it can be homosexual, bisexual. Some pedophiles are exclusively attracted to children. Others are not exclusively attracted to children, but they're also
The diversity within Speedos is absolutely phenomenal. I just need to check something here. I mean, what she's saying is just pure fact. It's just pure fact, isn't it, folks? It's fact. There's no getting away from that. Look,
sexually interested in adults. But their main sexual interest lies within children. Only if this main sexual interest is given, we talk about pedophilia.
oh right, I get you. You're really boring the tits off me here.
Will end in a disaster.
Right, I can't listen to any more of this. Even as leftist cabbage, she's making me fall asleep. So what I'm assuming she's trying to do there is, rightly so, is she's trying to bring awareness to Speedos. 100%. As I say, I'm going to be going to Leo and I'm going to say, look, Leo, we need a campaign. We need to bring this into the schools. We need to sit down with the teachers and be like, look, you know, there's Speedos everywhere and we can't get away from this now. And we're going to say to the teachers, if you're a Speedo, 100% come forward. We'll give you a pay raise. 100%. You know, and all this crazy talk around Adrenabome. We need to get away from that, folks. You know, there's cinemas around the world that allow certain people of a certain age to watch movies and put them into a heightened state of fear and then extract that certain liquid to give to people that have a lot of money. We need to get away from that stigma. Adrenabome for everybody. There's the campaign I can get behind now. Adrenabome for everybody. Interesting. That's a good campaign. William's changing. Bring the kids. Family friendly. 100%, William. You're getting it. You see, that's the type of stuff that we're talking about. Now we're gonna change it up a little bit, because I can't believe I was in the mood and I wrecked the start of the show. 32 minutes of me screaming at a screen. But I'm going to get by that. I'm going to embrace my protected characteristic. How, KF, imagine coming out with a comment like that. Imagine coming out with facts, KF. That you not know this is the Leo Varadkar regime. There's no such thing as facts, my friend. It's all about feelings. Do you understand? Feelings don't care about facts. You have to understand that now. So, right, we'll stop the screen and we will go over to X. And we're over here at X and we're going to read. So this is Michael O'Keefe, Brazilian man Diego Costa, the football player. Silva is in court for cutting his wife's something off in Finglas in 2001. And he should be praised as a credit to the community because, I mean, I understand, yes, there's a tad touch of domestic violence. I get that. I understand that. And we need to crack down on that. But, I mean, he needs to express himself. He's got anger issues. He's not a Sigma male. He's embracing his beta. Right? So, let me just see what this is. Man discharged from hospital in hospital the day before wife's death. 35-year-old man who killed his wife in the early hours of the morning of November 4th, 2021, was discharged from hospital the previous day after taken there by Gardaí who had seen him acting oddly and were concerned about his safety. Diego Costa, not the football player, Silva, has pleaded not guilty to the murder of the 33-year-old wife, Phoebe Fiobel. I don't know what. Yeah. Campara de Campos Silva. The jury has been told there will be no issue about whether or not Mr. Silva committed the acts that led to his wife's death. The jurors were told defense and prosecution psychiatric experts. Oh, sorry, did I miss a wee part there? Did I? The jurors were told defense and prosecution psychiatric experts agree on their evidence about Mr. Silva's state of mind, and the defense will be seeking a verdict of not guilty by reasons of insanity. 100% protected characteristic. This is a protected characteristic. This man is clearly insane. He comes under the disability protected characteristic. It doesn't matter what he done. He's insane, so he needs to get away from it. 100%. Prosecuting counsel Shane Costello said Mr. Silva and his wife, I'm going to call her Phoebe, were Brazilian nationals and were living in an apartment in Finglas. He said it was alleged that at around 6:10 a.m. on the 4th of November 2021, Mr. Silva struck his wife with knives and then proceeded to sever her head from her body with one of his knives. Just, he's a protected characteristic, folks. We need to respect his feelings. Mr. Silva phoned 999 saying firstly that he thought he had killed his wife. He also told the fire service that an ambulance wouldn't work as she was I don't mean to laugh. As she was definitely dead. When Gardaí arrived, they were let in by Mr. Silva and found his wife lying partially clothed in a doorway. How is that relevant? With a knife protruding from her breast and her head, very obviously separated from her torso. And this is a protected characteristic, folks, that we need to protect. This man needs protected. And he needs immediately to be vindicated and put back out onto the streets. And we actually need to give him a type of disability and a house and a car. And we need to have an RTE documentary in this about how he is a protected characteristic. Debatable, Solway. Debatable. Bigot pride, huh? Me and you are going to have a bare knuckle, KF. Oxford, Joyce's compound, or Enniskillen, your choice. I'm going to bring my pink and blue camo. So 100% protected characteristic. Now, look at this bigot, Michael O'Keefe, pointing out that there's a fentanyl crisis in Dublin. I spoke to an American tourist today who hadn't visited Ireland since 2019. This is what she said. Taxi driver from the airport wasn't Irish. Excellent. I'm creaming at that. The doorman in the hotel wasn't Irish. Brilliant. The receptionist wasn't Irish. Oh, my God. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Excellent. Lovely, Leo. Lovely, 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 lovely stuff. We went for a quick drink and bar staff weren't Irish. Oh my God, this is fantastic. The following morning, we left the hotel and walked around Dublin. Is anyone in Ireland Irish? Hopefully not. This dirty bigot from America. This is a fellow walking around Dublin. And look how diverse this is.
Smell of fucking weed.
Beautiful. Look at those beautiful, beautiful Ireland. That Colombian marching powder is needed for a necessity. If it was me, I would be telling everybody, you need to have your get away from meat, but you need to replace that with Colombian marching powder.
Steaming down now. Look at this.
Beautiful.
This fucking shocking, man.
Beautiful.
How long are we going to have to put up with this crap?
Beautiful.
And it's only going to get fucking worse.
It's going to get better. It's going to get better. More people. Empty the prisons into Ireland. We need them.
Look, I've seen them fucking all that shit into the licky. No respect for this city whatsoever. Look at this. Just comes out there.
Look at that beautiful person, Odin. Like, this is, I'm generally, I generally think the country's getting better. Look at that. That's fantastic. Excellent. Wow. I mean, beautiful. Look at that. Like, that to me is bringing a tear to my eye. Not because he's ODing, probably from fentanyl, but from the fact that this is Ireland now. This is the beauty of Ireland. We want to see this on the streets. We need this. We need it to turn into like Vancouver in Canada. I mean, this person has every right to do what he's doing right now. This is beautiful. It's not embarrassing, Fiona. This is beautiful. Embrace it. Go out there and give all your money to these people so everybody can be in his shape. We should be on the ground kissing his feet. That's what we should really be doing, Fiona.
I'm just fucking mad. The smell.
I mean, my heart is filled with pride for Ireland. I'm just, it's filled. I can't believe how progressive we've got. Oh, hold on. Gotten so progressive, guys. It's fantastic. And look at this bigot Michael again pointing out facts. Michael. So this is the guy who owns KF. Anytime, kid. I like to dust up, and I'm handy too. Brilliant. The choice is compound. Fucking no clinch, gypsy rules. Fighting for 3 hours. Fucking nose hanging off. I'll get Big Joe in. You can dip my hands in petrol. Bigots everywhere. Bigots everywhere. Not on my watch. This is diversity 100%. I love it. Okay. Right. So let's get into it. Josie Akawobi, the man who scammed millions from the Irish government, is doing the same in the UK. Oh, how dare you point out facts, Michael? The Irish and the British government outsourced the care of vulnerable individuals for this foreigner. And how dare you use that word, foreigner, Michael? This is disgusting. And he's making millions. How dare you point out this man? We should give him all our money. Reparations, Michael. Reparations, Michael. Reparations. Reparations, Michael. Tusla care provider linked to UK services with unsafe practices. Inspections by UK health regulator identified unsafe practices in home care company. What a beautiful man he is. The owner of the company that ran accommodation for children in state care and was found to have fabricated screenings of staff has links to a UK provider of home care services previously criticised for his unsafe recruitment practices. Last week, the Irish Times reported Tusla, the child and family agency, stopped placing children in care into emergency accommodation run by Idle Care Services after it identified serious concerns with the company. It was deemed to have put young people at risk by failing to carry out proper background checks on staff, having fabricated pre-employment screenings and altered Garda vetting files. And I cannot believe that anybody's angry about this, because we should be not fabricating files. We should be allowing these speedos and rapists to work around children freely. What's the problem with that? Idle Care, which is owned and run by Josie Akawabi, don't know if that's his real name, 45, from Tyrrellstown, Dublin, who paid nearly 9 million by Tusla in the past 2 years, should have been 20 million in my opinion, before the agency cut ties with the company. An internal July 2023 report said the standard of checks carried out on prospective care staff were grossly inadequate to safeguard vulnerable young people. Company records show Mr. Akawobi is also a director of a UK firm that provides home care support for the elderly and people with disabilities and mental health issues on behalf of local councils, and he should be given a raise. Leftist Cabbage said this guy should be given a full raise. Of course. Of course, he should be given a raise. An inspection of the company, this is too small for me, an inspection of the company Tinda Hands Home Care last year found it did not follow safe requirement procedures and that the care workers were not significantly vetted. So the same's happening in England that happened in Ireland. The Care Quality Commission, the UK healthcare regulator, said its inspectors had identified breaches of safe care, staff recruitment, and proper governance. The January 2023 inspection report said staff had been allowed to work while awaiting vetting clearance. Perfect. Brilliant. They shouldn't have been given no vetting. No vetting. That's what I go for. No vetting. Vet nobody. How dare anybody look into somebody's back history to see if they're a rapist or a rapist or a speedo? It doesn't matter. People, we need to embrace these people. Putting people at risk of being supported by care workers who may potentially have not been suitable to support vulnerable people. Of course, the inspection said vetting of one employee had shown they had been cautioned over an offence, but there was no evidence Tinda Hands Home Care had followed up on this. The report said it was unsafe to allow the this is too small. I'm going blind here. It was unsafe to allow the employee care for people unsupervised until the matter had been examined by the company. Now, what is the problem here? We need to be promoting this. This is a good thing, and I support this 100%. Anybody that calls out this man is a bigot. And on a side note, Tony G, if you look into this, I'm looking into this a bit, take away the comedy here for 2 minutes. I'm looking into this. There's a reason why he wasn't just placed in here because of money. The vetting checks, the fabricated vetting checks and things like that happened for a reason. So, right, we're up to 1 hour and 8 minutes. I'm going to end it at that, folks. Insanity, how much does a blonde... I'm not going to read that out. I'm not going to read that out. That's even a bit wacky for me. So I have to apologize, people, for the people that had to watch me scream at a screen for 32 minutes while the volume wasn't on the other end. I apologize. That will not happen again. Well, maybe it will, because you need to embrace the inner protected characteristics. So 100%, if I come on here, I should have 1 million. The fact that there isn't 1 million people watching me scream at absolutely nothing is an indication that we live in a bigot world. Disgusting. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and share. And if you're watching this on Rumble, this is live on Rumble and on X right now. If you're on X, give it a retweet, give it a heart. If you're watching on Rumble, give it a rumble and leave a comment and tell me what you think and give it a share. And yes, guys, if you want to go follow me on X or Rumble, the links can be found in the description. If you're watching this on Rumble, you want to go you're watching this on Rumble and you want to go follow me on YouTube, the link can be found in the description. Bigots. Bigots. Absolute bigots. Not on my watch, folks. Not on my watch. I love the bigotry. I love the bigotry. I love the inclusivity. I love the diversity. I love everybody. Yous are all beautiful people. I'll be doing these twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday. And if they get popular, I'll do more of them. And maybe I'll implement one on a Sunday or something. But that's it, guys. You know, thanks to everybody that's tuned in, and thanks to the people that sat there for 32 minutes while I screamed at a screen at nothing. I mean, yous are hardcore people. I mean, that's something else. Tony G, respect. KF, the Burnuckle Man, respect. Fiona, respect. Solway, respect. They're just the people at the bottom. The Grand Clown, respect. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to shoot on here, but thank you very much for tuning in, and peace.
Channel will be warned. The following information.
Wrong one.